Hello and welcome to Carmel's Kitchen. Today we're going to make some chicken chasseur. So for our chicken chasseur we need either chicken breasts or chicken thighs. You can buy these in the supermarket now that they have the skin taken off and the bone taken out. But if you like to eat your chicken off the bone, then buy them with the bone in. So here I have a mixture today. So I've got some chicken breasts and chicken thighs. And this is the way then the chicken thighs come with the bone out. So we can just cut that into smaller pieces. Okay, then here on my plate I have 3 tablespoons of flour, which I'm going to season. And to season the flour, all you've got to do is add some salt and some pepper. There we are. And on my cooker here, I've got a nice large pot that I have on for heating up, and I'm going to put into that a tablespoon of oil. There's my oil. There's my tablespoon of oil. And that's good. So I'll season my flour. I've got salt and some pepper. And then I'll take my pieces of chicken. And if you're doing this for a large group of people, you could cook your chicken in batches. So here we go, and in it goes. And there it's sizzling. So chicken chasseur is a French chicken stew. And it's also called hunter stew. So in the dish we just have chicken, we have spring onions, tomatoes, garlic, mushrooms, and tomato puree and chicken stock. And just toss it in the flour. Toss it in the flour like that. Coat it. And it's going. And we're just going to brown it. When it's brown, then we're going to take it back out and we're going to carry on cooking the rest of our ingredients. And always after handling raw meat, especially chicken, wash those hands. Great. Putting our chicken out on when it's cooked. So just turn it over, and you can see that it's turning a nice goldy colour. And I'm just going to turn them over so they can carry on browning on the other side. You just don't have your heat up too high because you don't want them to burn. So I have my spring onions, which I just have chopped up nice and small. I didn't use the green part because we can use the green part later on to as a garnish. Just get rid of that out of the way. So if you would like thyme, you can add thyme. If you don't have fresh thyme, well then you can buy this in the container, and it's really kind of just as good as the other stuff. If you don't like the taste of thyme, leave it out. So if we were using fresh tomatoes, I have some of them done here. I just put the tomatoes into some warm water and skin just comes off. You can just peel the skin off the tomato. I just had some cherry ones because they're what I had in the house. And also they are 49 cents in the good in one of the supermarkets at the moment. There we are. There's our tomatoes. And I have 2 tablespoons of tomato puree, 200 grams of mushrooms. So I have smallish mushrooms which are just cut in half. If you have button mushrooms, you don't have to cut them at all. Don't wash the mushrooms, wipe them with some kitchen paper because there's enough liquid in the mushrooms already and you don't want to be adding more. There we go. That's all nice and brown, so we can take that out. And we'll be putting all of that back in our pot again. So just return your pot to the heat. Into that, you're going to put 20 grams of butter and another 2 tablespoons of oil. The butter melt and turn down the heat. Into that then we're going to add our scallions, our spring onions, just the white part. And we're also going to add our garlic. So I've got 3 cloves of garlic chopped up here. If you're not a big fan of so much garlic, then just use less. And if you are a big fan, use some more. Put that in there. That is stir around. Turn the heat back up again now. And today we're going to serve this with some mustard mash. So we're going to cook the potatoes, mash them up, and when we mash them up, we add a tablespoon of Dijon mustard and a tablespoon of whole grain mustard. And you could serve it with some nicely cooked broccoli or some green beans or whichever. And if you think you have enough going on, then you don't add any, you don't need any greens. Into that then, so my mushrooms, I wash them, I wipe them, not wash them, and some of them I cut and some of them I have left whole. Okay, so that's 200 grams. And of course I wash the container before I put the mushrooms back into it. Let me just stir that around there for a bit. Just for about 2 or 3 minutes. cooking away nicely there in the pot. Just add a little bit of salt. And actually, this would be a really good salt to use. So this one is 50% less sodium. So we take a shake of that and a shake of black pepper. And if you're not a fan of black pepper, well then just ordinary pepper will do the job as well. Okay. Now we can add our chicken back in. All the juices as well, if there are any juices on your plate. Stir that around. Then we're going to add our tomatoes. And our 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. There we go. Let's stir that up. So this is what's going on in the pot now at the moment. And we're going to put in our pinch of thyme. And we have here 2 tablespoons of chicken stock, which is just a chicken stock cube dissolved in some hot water. In with that. So this is now what we have in our pot, which we're just going to leave cook for about 20 minutes until our chicken is tender. Okay, so we leave that alone there now. Put on the lid and we turn it down. Okay. And we just leave it be there now for the next 20 minutes. Okay, so now our 20 minutes is gone, so we're going to check to make sure that our chicken is cooked. So if you have a skewer, take your lid off and just press it into the chicken. Other than that, take a piece of chicken out of your pan, put it on the plate. Let's just see if it's cooked. So there you are, you can see how easy it breaks apart. So it's cooked. Now we're going to add into this some of the tops of our scallions, which we have cut up. So we'll just sprinkle some of that on top, just to put a little bit of green colour through. And now we're going to mash our potatoes. So we've got our potatoes that I have steamed, and again, to be sure that they were cooked, just stick the skewer in, and they are. So I have my masher, and into this then I'm going to put my mustard. So I have your, oh yes, and of course, don't forget to taste your chicken chasseur to be sure that you've got enough salt and pepper in it, and add some more, but only use your spoon once. No double dipping. Just immerse that. And if you wanted, you could add some butter into your pot. So now we have a plate here ready. So just, oh, so sorry, crikey. Oh. So there's my chicken chasseur with mustard mash and a little bit of green on the side. And you could sprinkle another little bit of your spring onions on the top. And that's it. Fit for a king. Enjoy chicken chasseur. Okay, if you've got any comment, you could put a comment on the end. If there's any dishes that you'd like me to see me making here, please just type them in and make your suggestions. I will do whatever I can to help you. Any questions, just type it in there and I will answer it as best as I can. Take care. Enjoy your chicken chasseur. Bye.